If it's your dream, do it. If it's scary, that's okay. Everything is scary when you're walking in purpose. But as long as you have covering, as long as you have favor, as long as you know you're in your lane, taking care of your business, what's for you will meet you on that street. Insecurities will try to pop up and distract you. Be like, shut up. Not today. Let's talk about it. This is how you address it.
Hey, it's Logan Renee of the Soulkation Podcast, the home of all things soul care, a place where we heal, we grow, and we laugh, all while you're building your six-figure business or CEO career.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Soulkation Podcast. I am your host, Logan Renee, and today we're going to talk about being insecure. Very relevant topic. It happens even to the best of us, so we're going to talk about it. I also wanted to announce that February 25th is our live class for the Men Tell All. And we're going to talk about, is it hard to be in relationships? We're going to talk about the expectations that comes when we start dating, the non-negotiables, different conversations, interracial dating, not having the same vision, but living in the same household. We're going to talk about being hurt in relationships, but, knowing that you're still committed, but how do you get past the hurt? We're going to talk about it. So make sure you are a part of the Soulkation Tribe Facebook group. That's where all the information will be. And the class is February 25th. It is free. All of our Soulkation Live classes are free. And we want you there. We want you engaged in the chat. You can even send in questions to ask the panelists. There will be a panel of men there to give their perspective. Instead of us telling you all what men think, you can hear it from the men themselves. So we'll see you Thursday, February 25th. So, insecure. Okay. So insecurities are thoughts. They are feelings. They are a perspective that meet us every morning. As soon as we wake up, as soon as we're about to send the email, as soon as we're about to start writing, a chapter, as soon as we, go to present, to click on a live, they just meet us. Why? I don't know, and insecurities are usually telling you what you can't do and who you're not and how you don't look, thoughts like, you're not smart enough for this promotion and your coworker's going to get the job. You're not pretty enough to do videos. You're not as talented as your siblings. You're not going to be able to, conceive a child because somebody said that, or, hey girl, you still single? Like, dang, you can't never find a man. Or, child, you still in debt? Like, we still talking about the same thing. You still live in an apartment? You still ain't got no house? Like, insecurities, they just meet us, and they meet us in the form of thoughts. So what we have to do is address the pop-up, okay? Because they're going to pop up. To deny that they're never going to pop up, that's not true, but we address it immediately. Because as a tribe, we can't breathe life into lies. We can't breathe life into negativity. If God says, I see you as my own, either he says that you're chosen and you're special and that you're set apart people don't live in the thought process that they're nothing, that they can't, that they'll never amount to anything. That's not how he sees us. So we shouldn't see ourselves like that. It's hard. It's easy to say and hard to do, but it's a practice. It's a language. It's when you get in that mirror and you have a real honest conversation with yourself and say, sis, you bad. Like, you the one. Like, let's go. Like, for real. And just literally before I press play on here, I was sending emails for past engagements that I've done, asking them, if they're looking for somebody to come back again this year. I didn't want to write them again, honestly, be 100, because I feel like I'm like begging or whatever. But this is my dream. This is my calling. So if I have to send one email, insecurities, you will lose today. Okay. If it's your dream, do it. If it's scary, that's okay. Everything is scary when you're walking in purpose. But as long as you have covering, as long as you have favor, as long as you know you're in your lane, taking care of your business, what's for you will meet you on that street. Insecurities will try to pop up and distract you. Be like, shut up. Not today. Let's talk about it. This is how you address it. Del Bronner said, ask yourself, is this true? Is this thought true? Okay, if it's not true, we got to dismiss it. Is it kind? Is it necessary? Is it inspirational or is it helpful? Okay. Is the thought true? Is the thought kind? Is the thought necessary? Is the thought inspirational or is the thought helpful? If it's not any of those things, we got to address it. We got to get it out of here. So how you address thoughts is by replacing them. Because by saying, I don't want to think about it, I don't want to think about it, I don't want to think about it, you're going to think about it, right? So you got to replace it with new language. So the new language is next thought. Now, if you by yourself, you can just shout it out. Be like, next thought. And let your mind just come up with the flow of, because you're going to think about something, child. So let your mind think of the next thought, right? Or if you're around people in your head, just say next thought. Next thought. Next thought. Or by thought. That's my favorite. And then you give your mind to focus. You give your mind something to focus on. So you can start thinking about your organizational chart. What is it that you're going to ask your assistant to do this week? If you're going to find an assistant this week, the new office design, how you want your bedroom to look, the pillows that you want to get off a line, the spa you want to visit, the face of your man that's coming, whatever you want to literally force yourself to think about it, start daydreaming, just to get that thought gone. And then sometimes your mind will try to take you back to, okay, but what was I originally thinking about? Go ahead, shut that down and keep going forward with the new thought, right? Another one is, if really bad thoughts start to come up, say, I am one belief away from real peace. I am one thought away from real peace. All I got to do is change one thought and I'm going to be good. Literally, thoughts can make us sad. So what can I say to myself, to trigger me to move forward? So mine's is, I am one thought away from real peace. I am one belief away from real peace. Literally, you change one thought, you can change the trajectory of your day. And I'm also huge on, moods, vibes. Sometimes I have to get up and dance, pop, lock, and drop it, bounce it, pick it up, find it one more time for the people in back. I realize my knees ain't what they used to be. Help me. Okay. But just literally changing your mood. Like, I'm not about to sit here and just be down and beat myself up. Sometimes I'll put on a little Sierra Level Up or, Ariana Grande. What's that song? Just Like Magic. Like, something to just change my mood and remind me, she the one. If you need to remind yourself that you the one, do whatever you have to do to address that pop-up, to address that thought, right? Number 2, we have to choose security. If you don't want to be insecure, you have to choose to be secure in something. Okay. And to be secure means to be dependable and to be firm. What are you firm on? What is a non-negotiable for you? What are you never going to waver on? Is it your relationship with God? Is it who you are? That you're a masterpiece, that you're chosen, that you're called, that you're not like anybody else, that you have a destiny in your life, a purpose, that you're engraved in his plan, that you are favored, that you are forgiven, right? That you're intelligent, that you're necessary, that you matter, that you are a new creature, that you're not like anybody else, that you're not an orphan because you've been adopted by your Father in heaven. What is that thing that you like? You can put on your good jacket, okay, and get your real confidence in. Like, what are you grounded and rooted in? And nobody can come and just shake it and take it from you because you believe this in your soul, that you are special, that you're not like anybody else, that God created you for a purpose, and that you can be the woman that has commas. You could be a woman that twerks and that prays. You could be a mom and still have a cocktail. What are you so secure in? What definitions have you decided? And those are things that we do. That's not who you are. But I'm saying sometimes we'll become the CEO of a company. And you like, well, can't have wine no more. Okay. Ooh, I'm a wife now. I can't call my friends back. Ooh. Like we put all this pressure on ourselves that we can't live up to, that we can't sustain, and then we look up and we halfway crazy. Okay. No, be secure and rooted in knowing that you are enough, even if you get these things, knowing that you are chosen, even if you get that, even if you don't get that position. Be rooted in something. Our identity has to be rooted in God, his definitions about us, and then we come up with our own values. Be secure, be firm in what you value. Do you value your time? Do you value your health? Because if you value your health, being in the gym or creating a home gym should be something that's a part of your routine, right? Ask yourself, are you secure in, not stopping, never quitting, liking and loving who you are, whether or not you have the six-figure company, whether or not your debt is paid off or not? Are you secure in knowing that regardless of where I am, I like, love, and accept the woman that I am today, flaws and all? It's so much stuff we got to work on, child. We'll be working on it till we leave here. Okay. Girl, we got so much to work on. I know I do. But it's okay. It's okay. Like you can still be great and still be working on yourself. You can still have things you need to change and still love yourself. There are books you probably still need to read, but you still accept yourself. Baby, get in that mirror and say, I love you. I treasure you. I respect you. I'm so proud of you. I'm for you. I'm always going to rock with you. If anybody going to have your back, you better believe I got your back. You are your best friend. I told Guy yesterday, I was like, I want to be so secure in us. I want us to be so good. It don't matter where I am. I want to be able to talk to you in my head and know that you're right there with me. Or if I'm by myself, I'm good. Lord, I just want to be consistently good, consistently great. That's the language that we have to adopt as a tribe. Number 3. Oh, let me go back. Your security will always speak before you do. Okay, so I just took a body language course, and the instructor was saying that there's so many people that know their businesses. They know their careers. They're excellent interior designers. They're excellent accountants. They're excellent consultants. They're great at what they do, right? But their body language says, I'm scared. I'm afraid. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hire somebody else, So before we even open our mouths, people have already established if they trust what you're saying by your body language, right? So even if you're saying I'm secure, I'm secure, I'm secure, put it in your body. Put your chest back, lift your head up, walk in confidence, literally shoulders back, head up, looking people directly in their eyes. And this is a trick. And this is what I do on stage. I never look at anybody in their face. I look right here. And for those of you who can't see me that's listening to the podcast, I look in between their eyes. So it looks like I'm looking at their eyes, but I ain't, child. It's like in between their eyes and like their forehead. Baby, I'm dead center on that forehead. And then I feed off the energy of people. There's always at least one person that's kind of agreeing with what you're saying. Baby, I just look in that direction, And then the people, where the room is like real quiet, and they like, girl, get off stage, hurry up. I pretend like I'm looking at somebody, but child, I'm looking at the back corner of the room. Because it'll throw you off. But your body language will snitch on your security. So be conscious of how you're sitting. Are your hands folded? Are your legs crossed? Have your body in your position open. When you shake hand, make sure your palm is out. That lets people know if you're secure or not when they see your full hand. And grip people's hand when you shake their hand. Walk in there. Even if you have to fake the funk, let your body language say, she's here and she ready. Okay? Number 3. There will be a time when your insecurities try to play catch up with your security. So you're practicing your body language. You're aware, of your movement. You're aware of what you're saying, all those things. So it's going to take your insecurities time to catch up because they're like, oh, what happened? Yesterday, we like ourselves. We like ourselves today, right? So sometimes you'll find yourself diminishing who you are to make other people comfortable. Think about it. Think about the times where you were like, oh, well, I just wrote a little book. Yeah, I just finished a little course. Oh, I went to a little law school. Not the little law school. Girl, all the books you had to read. Child. I'm literally at my friend's house looking at all these books that she done had to read, child. Not her, said the cat. Baby, that girl strong, okay? When you got to read 70,000 books on the law, you strong. That ain't no little degree, nothing. Okay. This is a strong degree. Okay. But we diminish ourselves to make other people feel comfortable. This is all you got to do. Hang around other giants. Because really, you'll start looking at, well, it's the most stuff I can do then. Hang around other giants. And for other people that can't handle your height and can't handle your greatness, it's okay. we catch you on the flip. It's all right. We'll catch you down the street. And the great thing is you don't have to share your greatness with everybody. You give other people like quick synopsis, real quick, couple lines, and that's not diminishing yourself. It's knowing the room. Some people can't handle the giant in you. So I want us to be aware and to check when we're diminishing ourselves in front of people, but also be able to read the room. Like, this is not the room for me to share. Maybe this is me bragging in this moment, or, it's just not the space for it. Just be able to read the room, right? And look at their body language. They're uncomfortable while you sharing. They covering their eyes. They on their phone. Child, it's time to move on with the conversation. But here's the language I want us to adopt. I am a giant in my own lane. I want you to repeat after me. I am a giant in my own lane. I am great, and I deserve to be in this room. I am great, and I deserve to be in this room. I am a light. And anywhere I go, I attract great people around me. I am worthy where I stand. I am worthy where I stand. Quick recap. Address the pop-up. If the thought is not true, if it's not kind, if it's not necessary, if it's not inspirational or helpful, Del Bronner says it's time for it to go. Go ahead and say next thought. Go ahead and say bye thought. Say I'm one thought away from real peace, and we have to choose security. Be secure in who God says that you are. You're chosen, you're special, you're called, you're enough. You have a destiny for your life. You're engraved in His plans. You're favored, you're forgiven. You're a gratitude machine. You're greater than any of your problems. You're guaranteed an inheritance, right? That's who you are. You're relentless. That's who you are. Be firm in God. Be firm in what you value, not wavering based on who you're around or who you're dating. I had to make sure I'm recording, child, because I get to talking, and also be aware of your body language, because that'll snitch on you. That'll let people know you're way more insecure than you are. And it's okay. You're working on it. Don't think after today's podcast, I don't have any more insecurities. They can be there, but we're not paying attention to them. Okay. And lastly, be conscious of not diminishing who you are around other people to make them comfortable. If there are people around you are always uncomfortable, hang around other giants. Giants are not uncomfortable around other giants, right? They're great, and they love hanging around great people. Just go hang around great people. And for the other rooms, we'll sprinkle a little salt in there and keep it moving. This is not the year of trying to prove ourselves. Ma'am, I don't need your approval, and I don't need your hand claps of praise, okay? Remember that you are worthy where you stand. And that's all I have for you all today. A resource that I want to give you all is never ask for permission again. I talk about insecurities in here. I talk about worthiness. I talk about self-love. This book is a must, and it's short. It's very short. I get straight to the point, honey. Never ask for permission again. You can get the link in the bio. And I want to give you another resource. I always talk about this book, and she also came on the podcast, Sue Patton, Courage to Be Yourself. So make sure you all grab a copy of that book. Make sure you send this episode also to a close friend that might be struggling with insecurities, and leave a review. Also, give me 5 stars on this episode if you really, really enjoyed it. And I will read your review on the show. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next episode of the Soulkation Podcast. Have a good one.
My hope is that your soul just went on a vacay, and you have tools that you can apply to your life today. For more in-depth tools, head on over to loganrenee.com. Also, if you have questions that weren't answered on this episode, email your questions to logan@loganrenee.com, and I'll answer them here on the show. I'll talk to you soon.